The girl pretended to play the piano during the exam, but in reality, she was secretly passing answers to her classmates for the first set of test papers. As soon as the students who finished early submitted their exams, they swapped in the second set of test papers. With only 10 minutes left, the second group of students waited anxiously for the girl's answers. Suddenly, her pencil jammed. She hurried to replace the lead, but it fell to the ground. With only 5 minutes left, she raced through the exam, writing down answers as quickly as possible. Once she finished, she stretched her arms back casually, then placed her hands on the desk, pretending to play an invisible piano. The student behind her immediately understood and started copying the answers at full speed. Just as she was about to finish, the teacher announced the end of the exam. The girl broke into a cold sweat. She hadn't transmitted all the answers yet. Even though the teacher ordered everyone to stop writing, she kept going. Seeing this, the teacher stormed toward her and snatched her test paper away. But by then, she had already passed all the answers. The girl thought she had pulled off the perfect plan. But then, someone reported them. Although she wasn't expelled, her scholarship was revoked. When the other students found out that a boy in the class had reported them, they beat him up and dumped him in the trash. Later, a rich student approached the girl and offered her a deal. If she helped them cheat on the SATs, they would pay her a fortune. But the girl couldn't do it alone, so she turned to the same boy who had snitched on her. Desperate for money, the boy agreed to help. Their plan? They would fly to Sydney, which was 4 hours ahead of Bangkok, take the test early, memorize half the answers each, and then send them back to Bangkok via phone. During the break, the boy hid in the restroom and typed out the answers on his phone. But suddenly, someone knocked on the stall door. Panicking, he accidentally broke the toilet tank lid. Terrified, he sent the answers as quickly as possible and threw his phone into the toilet. But it didn't flush down. Meanwhile, the girl was about to enter the exam room when she noticed the boy had been caught. Now, everything depended on her. She had to not only complete her task but also remember the boy's answers. As time ticked down, she knew Bangkok's exam was about to begin. She had to send the answers immediately. Thinking fast, she shoved a pencil down her throat and pretended to be sick, gagging violently. The exam proctor rushed over to check on her, and she dramatically gave up the test. But the proctor grew suspicious. As the girl left the testing center, she headed straight to the subway, typing answers on the go. By now, the proctor had figured something was wrong and chased her to the subway. Just as the proctor closed in, the girl successfully sent the answers and stuffed her phone into a stranger's bag. She was eventually dragged back to the exam hall, where she saw the boy already caught. But he never exposed her. In the end, the boy was expelled and had his test scores cancelled. But the real winners? The rich students who received the answers, aced the SATs, and got into top American universities.